and for today's video I'm talking to you about everything you need to know when it comes to starting out in a survival server. This is specific to OP blocks. Our brand new survival season has just launched less than 24 hours ago, so this is all the tips and tricks that you need to know in order to be successful. Before we jump into the video, please drop a like right now, which is the big thumbs up button, and please don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And let me know in the comment section any other tips and tricks that you have that I've missed and any other types of tutorial videos that you want to see for survival. Now let's jump into it. Okay, so when you enter for the first time, you will actually enter our spawn arena. For the first time loading in, it looks something like this, but also to get here, it's simply the command/spawn. Now, before we jump into anything, if you are brand new to OP blocks and you're not cross-playing from Skyblock to survival or prisons to survival, I highly recommend reading the rules so that you are not breaking them and you're not going to get banned or punished. No inappropriate builds, no auto-clicking, no x-raying, no hacked clients for fly. Please read the rules so that you don't get banned, because if you do get banned, they stack up and then before you know it, you will be perma-banned and not being able to play full stop. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is the command/kit. And the command/kits will let you claim a starter kit, which every single player will have access to. If you have a rank, you can actually claim the kit that is relevant to your rank. Now, what I would say is some of these ranks you can get from crates, or people normally sell them on auction house fairly cheap. So if it was me personally, I would get the ones that you can obtain in game first before spending any money on the higher ranks. Unless of course you want to speedrun it, then of course do it the other way around. If you aren't able to claim a rank kit, possibly check auction house, possibly ask players, because kits do float around quite a lot and people do get them all the time. Okay, so the most important thing for survival this season is in spawn. When you're at spawn, we need to go and find the NPCs before you even RTP into the overworld. So if I come on down from spawn, you'll see there's one here and there's also an NPC here. And as I start to fly around spawn, there will be these NPC players all around. You need to click on the player, and then you need to actually click the quest book itself to activate it. Go around and find every single one and activate every single one. It should look like my screen where it has like a red bit and it says incomplete. It tells you what you need to do in order to then get the reward shown on screen. Some of these have really good rewards. Some of them reward you with pet eggs, other of them with spawners or hoppers. So definitely go find every single NPC, because there is quite a few. You can also do the command/quests to then see them in here as you go through. Once you've done that, the second command that's quite important is /achievements. And in here you have lots of different achievements for different things. If you're going to be mining, for example, you can see in here all of the different achievements. You can actually see I've just completed one in the background for playtime. Now these tell you what you need to do in order to get what rewards there are. Now, you don't have to claim them, they're automatic. So as soon as you do it, so for example, this one here, 1,000 blocks mined, and then I got a pet egg. I completed that, it automatically gives me the reward. But I think it's really worth calling out to have a look at this and see what gives good rewards and what you want to grind to get that reward. The next thing that you're going to want to do is /masteries, because in here you can see the different masteries that you can get. It is very different to Skyblock in OPB. So for example, in fishing, you can actually catch any of these fish. You don't have to unlock tier to tier. The only one that is locked is your lava fish, and you need to unlock that through, I think it's DBoss from memory. But there's also things like all masteries. These mainly give you cell boosters, as you can see here. So I do highly recommend checking them out. Okay, after that, one thing to look out for is vote parties. If you can see on the screen, we're currently at about 130 out of 200 votes. As people vote and claim their votes, the vote party will go down. And then when it gets to 0, that's when it will come up on screen. There'll be a bar along the top that has a countdown. You have to do the command/VP to collect it. And you will essentially be rewarded with a vote party present egg. Looks like this. You can only open it in your claimed land, but they give really OP stuff. They give really good banknotes, they give you spawners, or they give you ore blocks, and possibly even books for enchants. So I do recommend making sure that you do that. And then my final tip before we head over to the overworld is the command /NV, which is night vision. If I type that into chat, you can see my night vision has been disabled. If I type it again, it has been enabled. That is really useful for when you are in the nether or if you're mining in caves. So definitely consider using that command. Now, in terms of how to get to the overworld and everything else, it's essentially 2 steps. Number 1, you need to be in spawn in order to RTP. And then the second one is the command /RTP. This will only pop up if you are in spawn. If you're already in the overworld, you have to come back to spawn to then RTP again. Now we have a standard vanilla Minecraft overworld, 30 by 30 size. We have a custom overworld, which is 50 by 50. There is a random resource world, which obviously regenerates for resources. And you can actually select a specific biome that you're looking to teleport into. I don't think this feature is fully working correctly because when I was trying to use it for Cherry Blossom, I actually couldn't get this one to work just yet. Now, if you're looking to build out a base and start the game, I recommend either doing the generic vanilla overworld or the custom overworld. Me personally, I like the custom overworld because you get some fantastic biomes and they look absolutely amazing. When you RTP, you will go anywhere random like I am in screen. I've actually just landed in a jungle biome, but you can then fly around if you have fly, walk around if you don't, use boats, etc. To really teleport and get through. And you can find a base that you're thinking to set up and start. Now, a couple of things to note is if you die in any of the overworlds or even the nether for that instance, you don't lose your items. Everything stays in your inventory or your overflow or your player vault /PV. So you're not going to lose anything if you do die. That is if you die to a player or if you die to a mob. I don't believe combat is on neither, so if you do come across another player, I don't believe they can actually kill you. I do think that's disabled, but there is a PvP arena if you do want to go and do some PvP. One thing I would say is make sure you claim your land as soon as you set base somewhere. It's the command /claim. It's this one here. This is essentially the chunk that I'm in right now, and then I can click all around to claim the blocks. I'd also recommend doing the command set home and then give it a name. So that way you can then do the command home and then the name of whatever you've called it so that you can come back to the plot of land that you have claimed. If you don't do this and then someone comes across your base, they see all your chests with all your loot, they're going to steal it. There's nothing that can be done, so make sure that you do claim your land. It is super, super important. Okay, my next big tip is now that you are in survival and you are doing whatever it might be, tree cutting, mining, whatever it could be, there are a couple of things that you need to know. The first thing is you might randomly get a little golden coin. It's called a wishing coin as far as I know, and you can do the command /warp well if I take my capital locks off, and warp well will let you throw that coin in. So you just essentially walk up like this to the well, have it in your hand, throw it in, and it will give you a reward. Unfortunately, I already did this today. I may try and add the clip just so you can see what it looks like, but definitely make sure that you keep using that. Now, the more that you grind, i.e. you're mining, you're farming, or you're wood cutting, you will be rewarded with what we call credits. You can see that I currently have 73 credits to my name, and those can actually be used in what we call the credit shop. And this is where you can buy a random spawner or a villager spawner egg. So now that you've done your achievements and you're looking to start in the overworld, don't feel like you find a village, you have to set base there. because you can buy villager spawn eggs to spawn in a villager. Obviously, you still have to follow the generic survival rules in terms of having a bed, etc., to ensure that they don't despawn. But definitely consider this when you're trying to set your base. Don't set it around a village. If it was me starting out, I recommend going to look for spawners. So in caves, you can find things like spider spawners or skeleton spawners. And if you go to the nether and fly around looking for a fortress, you can find blaze spawners. The one thing I would say is that the spawners are limited to how many you can mine in a day. So don't just mine a random spawner that you don't really care about. Make sure you're using that wisely. You can mine more spawners the higher your rank goes. But I believe the highest rank can probably only mine between sort of 5 to 7 spawners a day, I think it is. Once you mine your first spawner, it will tell you in chat how many you have left for the next 24 hours. And that takes me on to the command /back. This is if you are night rank or higher, then you can use the command /back and it will send you back to wherever you was in the RTP world. Really useful if you die somewhere and you didn't set home, you can use that command. But again, you do need to be night rank or higher in order to use that. All right, and that's pretty much everything for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Let me know what type of videos you want to see. And we're going to start a survival series really soon, so keep your eye in this space. But yeah, thank you for watching and have a good day.